Welcome to Fear No Evil. I'm doing one more video for the day because the mainstream media constantly has updates and changes to the sexual harassment allegations going on with our congressmen. I think the Democrats need to burn the candle at both ends. You can't ask Conyers to step down, but not Al Franken. How are you going to ask John Conyers to step down, but not Al? That doesn't make any sense. What Al did is a sexual crime, if it is true. What John Conyers did also is a sexual crime, if it's true. Now everyone's saying that what the women are saying that it's credible. How do you know what they're saying is credible? You're not in a court of law. The public is not the court of law. People who go to law school must complete 7 years of college. Those who go on to become attorneys must take a bar exam. Those who become judges are usually those who have practiced law and then decide to go for a judgeship. Regardless, it takes 7 years to study the law. And although many of our congresspeople are also lawyers, the public is not full of lawyers. The media is not full of lawyers. Therefore, a legal opinion should not be given when it's not in the court of law. Congress needs to make some different decisions and make some different laws so that these stories can come out. And women cannot take 20 to 30 to 40 years if they are women at the time of the alleged incident to say something. Now, I understand that you want to say that all these men are in powerful positions and therefore you were afraid. And that may be true back in the 70s and 80s. But we're 2017. Women are very empowered right now. And to think that we're not empowered is kind of a dumbing down of us. I know I'm empowered. I know I empower my children. So I'm not quite sure about all these women who are actually liberals because they worked for the Democrats. Is there a problem in your families that you don't talk about sexual crimes? That you don't talk about empowering your own children? That you don't tell your children that if something happens, they need to tell somebody? You don't instill this in them? Because it does need to be instilled. And it's not fair to ask John Conyers to step down, but not Al Franken. Now, as far as Roy Moore is concerned, he has denied all of the allegations. He denied them all. The rest of these men did not deny them. They said that it happened. They do say that some of it is misrepresented because they want to try to be big men and take responsibility. Men, when you sexually violate a child or a woman or another man, there's nothing that you can do to repair the damage. Not one thing. And the law also needs to make provision for sexual abuse survivors to take their perpetrators to court. And those perpetrators should have to pay for their counseling. And those perpetrators should have to pay for the suffering that they have caused their victims. Now, there is allowances in the tort law for women to do that. And we need to start encouraging women and children to bring their perpetrators to court, to make these perpetrators pay for their counseling, because they're going to need counseling if that's what they choose to do. Now, not all survivors go to counseling, because counseling does not help every survivor. Don't think that it does, because that's another myth and another lie. Counseling does not necessarily help survivors. A survivor will find their own path to healing, whether that includes counseling, whether that includes going to church, whether that includes praying or reading the Bible or going to support groups or using art therapy. There are many ways that a survivor can heal from childhood sexual abuse, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to sit in a counselor's office and pay a counselor $100 an hour so they can listen to you. Part of the problem with that is that you know the counselor is being paid to listen to you. Survivors want people to listen to them because they have a story to tell, not necessarily because you're paying the person to listen to them. And the fact that we're not even touching pedophilia at all means that we're just glossing over Roy Moore's allegations And it does show that he may be in the lead with these allegations that are against him. Now, I'm not trying to take down Roy Moore. All I'm saying is there needs to be consistency. And now I know the Democrats are going to say, look, we stepped down, so now Roy Moore needs to step down. Now President Trump needs to step down. I know where their path is leading. Therefore, them coming out and acting like they're taking a stand is really a lie, deception, and manipulation. Because if you were really serious, you would ask not only John Conyers to step down, but Al Franken to step down. We have a picture of Al Franken. Their apologies are not enough. It's not okay that Matt was doing this for years and his female co-host knew. It's not okay that Charlie Rose did all of this. And if you ever watched him and Nora and Gail, you would hear some of the innuendos when they would be talking. And it would be disgusting, really, because you're like, what are you all talking about? It was kind of gross. And now they step forward and act like they don't know? Right. Come on, America. Let's get serious. I hope more people start talking. And where are these women? We need to hear their stories. They're not children. They are grown women. If they're grown enough to make an accusation, they are grown enough to come on TV and tell their story. Where are the women? Let's hear from the women. Let's stop getting all this commentary for people who don't know jack crap about child sexual abuse, but acting like they do. And let's hear from the women.